everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is actually a review, and it's a review because Cleopatre, it's a French brand that has sent me this resin pad, and I wanted to share this with you because even though you may not found this brand in your country, you may be very interested by the product anyway because you can find this in other brands in your countries. And if you like doing resin, this is going to be very useful. So this is how it looks, and I like this one because it's an A4 size matte. It's in silicone, so it's very flexible, and it's a non-stick pad, which means that when you're going to use resin, as long as the resin is completely hardened, you're going to be able to take the resin out, and nothing is going to stick to it, so that's nice. I have already tested it and I really liked it. I was surprised on how functional it is because it's not only useful to put something on top, but I'm going to show you this in a second. So as you can see here, I've used it and I've put a bit too much resin on my pieces, but you can take it away very easily. You see, once it's dry and hardened, you can take your pieces. This one is translucent because I wanted to dome some of my jewelries, and it really works perfectly. And I'm probably not going to throw these away. I'm going to have to think about what I can do with these. But anyway, so non-stick, very important. And what is also interesting here is that you've got this security here on the back side. It's just flat. And you've got this security system here, so if you really put too much resin, and I'm really expressing that, too much resin, you've got this security here that is a kind of overflow that will stop your resin by going onto your table, which is important. And also what is really interesting in this one is that you have some molds included in here, and I think it's really clever because when you are making some resin, we usually don't really, well, at least for me, I usually make a little bit too much. So if you have a leftover resin, you want to use it up because it's quite expensive, so you're not going to throw it away. And here, directly on this mat, you've got some molds in silicone, so again, it's not going to stick to anything. You're going to be able to unmold them very easily. So you've got here 2 size buttons, you have 2 arrows, you've got also 2 different leaves here, shapes, and a normal pendant with a little prank here. So you have your holes pre-formed here when you want to put them into a necklace. Same thing here with they're not leaves, I'm sorry, but there are feathers. Yes, they're not leaves, feathers. And these little pranks that you have here are very, very flexible. Look at this. You have some things like that in plastic. It's not the same. It's plastic. These are silicone. So it's really what you need to do. And also what is very interesting is that on the side here, you've got this weird rectangle thing with the hole in the middle, and it's only made for putting your rings inside. Like this one, it's a basil ring, which means that you can directly put decorations, some beads, some sequins, some pearls, and then pour your resin on top. And if you don't know how to or where to put your ring, you just fit it in there. It's made for that, and it's going to stay flat. And you're going to be able to put your embellishments inside, and there just pour your resin on top, and it's going to go nowhere, and you just leave it there. But because it's very flexible, once you have all your stuff on it, I would really recommend first, if you intend to put it aside and protect it, with a box to prevent some dust to go on top of your resin, I would first put this pad onto something like a cardboard so you can really move it around very easily without anything falling apart. And in the next tutorial video, I will show you really how to use it. But this is just an introduction. So here, what I have used are just die cuts. So let me come a little closer again. I've used paper, just plain paper, die cuts. And this is the same, I mean, it's just another color and another design, but I have put some resin on top. And look how nice this is. I did make a little mistake here, so I'll have to come back and pour a little more resin, but look at that. You can really see the dome here, and that's important. And nothing came on the other side. It's just a little bit more translucent because it looks like it's watered, but it's really nice. And I want to show you how you can turn out this to make something really nice. It could be for a card or it could be for something else, and I have really my idea on how I'm going to use these die cuts that are now coated with resin. So this is just one example. These are some big pieces of jewelry that I have done. This is just a plier wood, very simple, few embellishments inside. This was made with some broken pieces of jewelry, just to give it a try, and I just painted it with acrylic paint. And again, resin on top. Look at that, no pouring. It's really, really nice. I have also these are wooden pieces. I just bought them plain. I mean, they had already the designs on, and I wanted to give it a try too. So you see, it's a kind of very greeny, yellowish color, and when you put the resin, see how the colors get more vibrant. I did color the butterflies and a little bit more the plant here because I wanted something a bit more vivid. But really, when you put the resin on top, can you see the dome again here? You can really see how, I mean, in real life, it looks beautiful. It's perfectly domed. It stops right to the edge. Nothing underneath. Again, because of this, it really helps. You know, usually I like to use parchment paper or baking paper, but the problem is, take a look. When you put it down, it's never really flat. It tends to buckle a little bit, or it's never going to be flat. So if I put something on top, like this, for example, do you see that? It's not completely flat, and you need to have a flat surface. Otherwise, when you pour your resin on top, it's going to go on one side, it's going to be thicker there, it's going to be thinner there. It's not nice. When you use a mat like this, honestly, I'm not going to use this any longer, at least not to dome my pieces, because it's flat everywhere. And if I put too much, it's going to flow over like this. I hope I'm using the right terms. And it's just going to go over there. Once you have it there, don't move it when you put your resin on. Okay, that's important. But can you see how beautiful this is? I mean, I really think it's nice. There again, it's another piece of paper, just plain paper, a die cut. And I have I'm gonna come a little closer again, just so you can see. And in fact, you don't need much. And again, I used it here. So you can really, and this one as well, I have this is a random piece that I've tried to make with leftovers. Look at that, it's perfectly domed. So another one here. I still need to put another layer on top, but I really like the way it looks. Just using this, it seems like nothing, but it is really important. And also what I like is that when I use resin, I usually use some toothpicks, and you can put them there because sometimes you don't know where to put it on your table. It's going to stick to everything. Resin can be a pin in the back, if you know what I mean. But here you can stick your things together. And also what I have found, because for example here, I didn't finish completely the sides here of my pendant. And it's not going to be easy, you know, I sometimes need both my two hands. But now what I can use is this part here, normally made for, you know, holding your rings. I can also put my pendant in there, and I'll be able to pour my resin, use my little toothpick or maybe a paintbrush, and just let it really float there perfectly. And I can still hold it on one side if I need to, but at least I have my two hands available, which I think is always nice. So there you go. So this is just a review of this product. Again, it's called Resin Pad, and it's a multifunctional anti-adhesive mat, and it's out of silicone. And this one again is from Cleopatre. So if you can find it, I would recommend it. It's a wonderful product. If you have something similar and you love doing resin, this is going to become very useful. So there you go. Please, if you like this video, give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button, and also share on social medias. And don't forget, I do have a Facebook channel. that I'm really late on posting my videos, so I will catch up with all that. And you can post also all the pictures of what you have done related to the videos, or wherever you want to post your photos, please do so, because this is a channel where we share, and no one is judging anybody's else work. It's just to share what we have done, and I think it's really nice. That's the whole sense of this channel. So thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.